Dear students, welcome to the module on laundry agents, stain removal and occupational hazards and environmental concern. In the previous module, you may have learnt about the laundry services. In order to have a better laundry operations, different laundry agents have to be used. When these type of agents, it should not harm the fabric as well as the staff involved in the tasks. So, the occupational hazards and environmental concern plays a key role for a housekeeping department. When these aspects are taken into consideration, the hotel can go for Ecotel certification. Normally, laundry agents used to improve the laundering result, they are the bleachers and optical whiteners. To accomplish the specific functions of the laundry agents, they have to soak, the stain removers have to be used, softeners and stiffeners are being used. The important laundry agents are water, laundry soap, detergents, starch, bleaches and alkaline acid agents, solvents and absorbents. After reading this module, you will be able to understand the use of laundry agents, stain removal and dry cleaning, the importance of occupational hazards and environmental concerns in the laundry department. Now, I am going to discuss in detail about laundry agents. Will you be able to guess what agents are frequently used by the laundry staff? Yes, they are the water, detergents, bleachers, blues in other words are called as the optical brightener or whitener, the starch and the fabric conditioner. First, we are going to see about the role of water as a laundry agent. Water is the simplest cleaning agent and so forms that dirt will be dissolved by it. When normally used with other agents like detergents, water is not an effective cleaner. Hardness in water have to be considered because it dissolves the salts of calcium and magnesium, usually the bicarbonates and sulfates. When this forms, a temporary hardness will be maintained and it can be removed when water is being heated to a temperature of 72 degrees centigrade. Next one is the permanent hardness. This is being caused by the sulfates of calcium and magnesium which cannot be removed by heating. So, water softener is being used to remove the hardness of the water. The laundry water softener, you may have been heard in magazines or in the newspaper, which is being known as a sequestering agent. For example, the chemical name for this sequestering agent is a sodium hexametaphosphate. In general, it is being called as a halogen. This forms a complex salt with calcium and magnesium ions and no precipitate is being formed. But this chemical is very expensive. So, the laundry department have a water softening unit. It is being known as a permutate. Here, water passes through the container filled with the resin beads containing the sodium ions. The resin beads has a greater affinity to the calcium ions than with the sodium ions. So, the calcium ions are being removed, which does not cause hardness in water. Addition of the detergents allows the water to penetrate so that the garment is being wet thoroughly so that the soil is more accessible and easy to remove. Apart from the water, what is the other common agent that is being used to wash the fabric? Yes, it is a soap. Soap, technically a type of detergent, is being used from the ancient period. In olden days, the ashes of the wood fire under the cooking pot were being mixed with the leftover fat, which was then being used for washing clothes. Nowadays, soap is being made up of fatty acids and alkali combined at different temperature. Soap-free detergents have a property similar to soap, such as a foaming, wetting and cleaning. But they are being able to make a soluble salt out of calcium, magnesium and other metals that make the water hard and render the ordinary soap insoluble. While selecting a laundry soap, certain points have to be considered. The first one, the soap should be clear and pale in color, as dark colored soap may contain impurities that are not easily visible. The second point have to be considered, the soap should feel firm when pressed. If it has been soft, it may contain excessive amount of water and will be wasteful in use. Next, we are going to discuss about the synthetic detergents. Detergents are the cleaning agents which is been, when used in conjunction with water, can loosen and remove the dirt and then hold its suspension so that the dirt is not being redeposited on the clean surface. The three basic properties of the detergents are: first one is the wetting power, which lowers the surface tension of the water. The second one is the emulsifying power, to break up the grease and enable the dirt to loosen. The last one is the suspending power, which will prevent the predisposition of the dirt. In general, it has been referred, detergents are being referred as a mixtures of chemical compounds including alkyl benzene sulfonates, which are similar to the soap but are less affected by hard water. The basic ingredients of any detergents are the surface active or surfactants. When the detergent is being added to a drop of water, detergent molecules arrange themselves as a hydrophilic heads into a water and hydrophobic tails pushed out, breaking bond between the water molecules and reducing the surface tension. I think you may know what is philic and phobia. Yes, philic means loving and phobic means hating. While rinsing, attention must be given so that no trace of detergent remains in the fabric, because they may react with the fiber and damage the clothes. Clothes should not be dipped in synthetic detergent for a longer time, as the soiling or dirt gets redeposited. Now we are going to know about the pH scale of the laundry agents. The pH scale is used to determine the pH of the suit in washing, so that it may be possible to adjust the pH of the suit with the use of the chemicals to maximize the cleaning efficiency. Next, I am going to discuss about the alkali. Alkali gives a better result if it is being used with soap and detergent. Already I have told about how soap and detergent work to remove the dirt. Alkali is added before adding a soap or detergent. It helps in converting the hard water into a soft water. There are different types of alkali: the strong alkali, mild alkali and common alkali. The strong alkali can be used for cotton fabrics. Mild alkali can be used for wool, silk and similar fabric. The common alkali that can be used for any type of fabric. The common example for the common alkali are washing soda, sodium phosphate, sodium hydroxide and sodium metasilicate. Do you know what is stiffness? Normally the stiffness are being used while washing a fabric. Yes, the starch is a stiffening agent used to impart a better grease and appearance to the fabric. The fabric softener is also named as a fabric conditioner. This has a surface active agents like detergents based on the cationic surface active agents carrying a positive charge and creates the anti-static properties. The important laundry agents used in the washing cycle is the bleaches. These are the chemicals capable of whitening the fabric and removing the stain by destroying the pigmented matter. Various types of bleaches and the fabric to be used safely are being indicated in the table 1. Bleaches can be classified into oxidizing bleaches and reducing bleaches. In oxidizing bleaches, which release the oxygen released will combine with the stains to form a colorless compound. The bleaches is left in contact with the fabric only until the stain is being removed, or else the fabric will be weakened. So, common oxidizing bleaches used are open air and sunlight. That is nothing but in olden days, which is the cheapest materials, the cloths are being hung towards the sun and keep dry when the wet cloths are being sparkling. The second one is the sodium hypochlorite, which is in general commonly named as a J-well water. To make a J-well water, dissolve 277 grams of sodium washing soda in half a liter of boiling water. Mix 57 grams of chloride of lime with 1 liter of cold water. Allow for settling and strain off the clear liquid without any stirring. Then mix the filtrate with the washing soda solution. Allow the precipitate of calcium carbonate that has been formed to settle, and again strain off the clear liquid. Then store the residue in a colored bottle as it is unstable to light. This has been used to bleach the white cotton and linen and never on any other fabric. The J-well water should not be used for silk and wool fabric, which dissolves, the fabric will be dissolved on it. For the dilution of the J-well water, an equal amount of hot water have to be mixed and dip the stain into a bleach until it is being removed. A small amount of ammonia can be added while rinsing the clothes along with water, which will remove the smell of the bleach from the fabric. Now, we are going to discuss about the other type of oxidizing agent is a sodium chloride. This has been suitable for cellulosic and synthetic fiber. It is a crystalline powder obtained when a chlorine peroxide reacts with sodium peroxide. Sodium chloride is used in its anhydrous form for bleaching. It is not a hygroscopic and it has been extremely stable. The next type of oxidizing agent is the hydrogen peroxide. This is an effective bleach yet not harmful to most of the fabric. A teaspoon of concentrated ammonia solution or sodium perborate may be added to each halogen of the diluted solution to make the action stronger. Next, I am going to tell about the sodium perborate. This has been made from borax, caustic soda and hydrogen peroxide. It is being used in any form of oxygen washing powder. To prepare sodium perborate bleach, it has been dissolved in water. You all may have seen the potassium permanganate. The color will be pink in color. This has a good oxidizing bleach which can be used on animal as well as the vegetable fiber. This has a high content of oxygen which enables it to form with the removal of obstinate stains such as the perspiration and mildew. During bleaching, the articles will be stained and a characteristic brown color is being obtained due to the formation of manganese dioxide. This is being removed by dipping the fabric in sodium hypochlorite or oxalic acid, a diluted oxalic acid, or 2 volumes of hydrogen peroxide acidified with a teaspoon of vinegar. The other chemical name for vinegar is the acetic acid, you all may know, to a 1 volume of a bleach. The brown stain disappears almost at once. The fabric is thoroughly rinsed. The last example for oxidizing bleach is a bleaching powder. This is the traditional bleach that is normally used for cotton fabrics. It has now been substituted by a sodium chloride and other bleaches. A good bleaching powder contains 38% of available chlorine. The second type of the bleach is the reducing bleach. The reducing bleach works by removing the oxygen from the coloring matter of the stain. Some of the common examples for reducing bleaches are, first one is a sodium hydrosulfide. This is a valuable agent for bleaching all fabrics, particularly the wool and silk, which cannot be treated. It can be used in its concentrated form to remove the spots caused by either by grass or the fecal matter, leather polish, mildew, ink, potassium permanganate and dye stains. The second one of the example for reducing bleach is the sodium bisulfate. This has a mild reducing agent produced by the partial neutralization of sulfurous acid by caustic soda. neutralization or thorough rinsing must follow the bleaching process. Otherwise, the sulfuric acid will appear in the fabric through the action of oxygen. The third example for reducing bleach is a sodium thiosulfate. This bleach can be used for cotton fabrics, but it have to be mixed in the form of 7 grams of sodium thiosulfate, 3.5 kilograms of 36% of acetic acid and 8 cups of water. Once we dissolve all these ingredients, it forms a good bleach. So far, you have learnt about the bleach and its type. Now, I am going to tell about the over bleaching. This becomes a major problem to a laundry person because it can brittle and harsh by emitting a distinct crackle on towards the fabric when it is being rubbed together and weakens the fabrics. To avoid this, the temperature should be below 66 degrees centigrade and add a measured quantity of dilute bleach gradually. The chlorine bleach especially should not be used at the temperature above 71 degrees centigrade. The correct way to bleach are: never use the bleach directly onto the fabric, use a right amount of bleach, wash off thoroughly. The last aspect that you may have heard about is the anti-chloros. These are used during after wash or bleach rinse to ensure that all the chlorines in the bleach has been removed. So far we have discussed about water, the soap, detergents and different types of bleaching agents. Next I am going to deal about the alkaline agent, or otherwise it is named as the alkaline bleaches. Some alkaline agents are used in the laundry or washing soda or sodium carbonate. This is the most commonly used additive in detergent. It is usually purchased in the form of soda crystals that readily dissolves in boiling water. The next example for the alkaline agent is the borax. This compound occurs naturally and it is sold as a white powder. It has a mild alkaline substance which readily is soluble in cold water and can be used safely on any fabric. The last example for alkaline agent is the ammonium hydroxide. This is sometimes purchased in a concentrated solution. It must be used with care as it has a pungent vapor, may cause coughing and choking. The next type of laundry agents that has been commonly used by the laundry personnel are acid agents. They are being useful for neutralizing the alkalis and for stain removal. The mild acids used to neutralize any residual alkalinity in the fabric after washing and rinsing, which is being named as a source. Some of the common examples for acid agents are oxalic acid. This is a poison and should be kept in a jar labeled as such. It is a dangerous one. It is sold in form of white crystal and normally it is being used to remove fruit stains and ink stain. The next example for acid reagent is a salt of lime. This is a compound of potassium oxalate and oxalic acid, referred as a potassium binoxalate. The common organic solvents that is being used in the laundry departments are cleaning benzene or petrol, carbon tetrachloride, acetone, methylated spirit and paraffin, turpentine. These solvents are being applied on most delicate fabric either to remove stains or to dry clean them. The next laundry agents that I am going to tell on absorbents. Absorbents are nothing but a substance that has been suitable for removing a grease spots from all fabrics and for general cleaning of light colored fabrics that are evenly soiled. The most important task for the laundry staff is to remove the stain. Do you know what is a stain? Stain is a mark or a discoloration caused by the absorption of the foreign substances on a textile. Stain removal or spot cleaning is a skill that demands special attention and specific techniques and experience. How to identify a stain? The stain can be identified by odor, by its color, when we feel it, and the location. Stain in general can be classified into the animal stains, vegetable stains and chemical stains. The example for the animal stains are blood, egg, milk, meat, perspiration, urine and feces. Some of the examples for the vegetable stains are the tea, coffee, cocoa, fruit juice, henna and betel leaf. The chemical stains, the nail polish, the rust, grease, acid, etc. Next one is on the principles of stain removal. Stains should be treated immediately so as to prevent them from spreading as well as from being absorbed by the fabric. The action involves sponging or washing the stain with water or the mild detergent solution. General rules applied in stain removal process are: first one, always treat the stain immediately. Select the appropriate stain removal agents and methods accordingly. Always starts with the mildest method and the reagent, gradually progress to a stronger methods and the reagent. Stretch the stain over a pad of a clean white absorbent cloth with a piece of a clean cotton wool. Apply the reagent on the stain. The last one, start applying the reagent to the outer edges of the stain and work towards the center. This will prevent the stain from spreading as well as a formation of a ring. I am going to tell about the general rules removal of an unknown stain. Soak the stain in a lukewarm water salted with a minimum half an hour. If the stain has not been removed till you are going to wash it with a lukewarm enzyme detergent solution. If stain still persists, use hot synthetic detergent solution to activate the solution perborate, which is an oxidizing bleaching agent. If stain is not removed, work with the mild acidic solution, progressing towards the strong acidic solution. If does not go, use alkaline solution, progression towards the strong alkaline solution. Important points have to be bear in mind while applying the stain. After every step, thorough rinse in water to neutralize the effect of each cleaning agents. The temperature may be adjusted according to the nature of the fabric and the stain. The type of chemicals used and the time application should be accordingly to the nature of the fabric. Now, I am going to discuss about how stains can be removed. This can be done by two methods. First one is the physical method, the next one is the chemical method. The physical method, here the reagents will absorb the stain from the fabric surface should be used. For example, chalk powders, fillers, earth, starch pad can be used. Second, it can be used by the grease absorbents. Third, heat application method generally used on the fresh stains. Next type is on the chemical method. Here, the chemical agents are being used to wash the stains are salt, solvents, acid and alkalis. Some chemicals can be mild, some are flammable and toxic. So, stain removal agents have to be used. The common stain removal agents are organic solvents. The organic solvents, example can be a benzene, white spirit, turpentine is these are the inflammable one, should not be used near to a naked flame. Carbon tetrachloride, perchloroethylene, these are non-inflammable and should be used in a ventilated areas. And this is being used to remove the stain obtained by chewing gum, grease, oil, lipstick or ball pens or any type of stains. The next one is the acid. Under the acid, some of the example are oxalic acid, potassium oxalate salt of lemon acids are frequently used as a stain removers. All these are poisonous and must be carefully handled. Washing with detergent, other rinsing are essential to neutralize the excess acid and prevent the damage to the fabric. Acids are used to remove the metal stain, rust, blood and the iron stain. The next type of the stain removal is the alkalis. They should be used only on the cotton or linen fabric for the removal of the old or heavy vegetable stains like tea and coffee. The last stain removal is the bleaches. Already in detail I have told about what is bleach and the different types of bleaching agent and how it have to be used. This bleaches is a process of changing a colored fabric or the substance into a colorless one is known as a bleaching. So far we had been discussing about a chemical used to remove the dirt from the fabric. When these chemicals are being used, occupational hazard occurs. In order to prevent this, certain aspects have to be taken into consideration. The most common accidents in the industrial laundries involve chemical exposure, sharp objects left in a soiled linen, slips when the floor is wet, exposure to the pathogens is being contaminated on the linen, and any parts of the body is being stuck into the machines. While these problems are commonly avoided by a standard precautions and with little common sense, exposure to the soil and the pathogens can be limited by two things. One, of course, in the use of the personal protective equipments like aprons, gloves, eyewear, foot coverings and face masks. Infections can be eliminated by a proper hand washing with antibacterial soaps. Employees should wash their hands after handling any linen, whether soiled or clean. Since the noise levels in the industrial laundries can be quite high, so ear muffs or disposable ear plugs can be used and hearing protection is essential. Exposure to the chemicals is also common since washer requires a constant stream of detergent, bleach and other chemicals. The supply must be constantly re-embellished. The laundries are required to provide the materials like data sheet for all chemicals that is being used inside the laundry. With a constant workload and harsh working condition, employees can easily become short-tempered. This occasionally leads to the problems in a workplace bullying. For this reason, laundry managers must be accompanied with the disciplinarians ready to deal with employees who can have an attitude to solve the problems. Laundry machines use in a high pressure, steam and dangerous chemicals. So, a poor maintenance can cause injuries such as severe burns and chemical exposures. Even the pipeline, the steam line and other machinery parts must be checked properly and replaced so that the occupational hazards inside the laundry department is being avoided. Last aspect in this module is on environmental concerns. Profound problem arises from the heavy use of sodium triophosphate, which can comprise up to 50% by the weight of the detergent. The discharge of the soluble phosphate into the natural water can lead to the problem with the growth of the living things in the lakes or in the streams, often where it is not been desirable. The replacement of sodium triophosphate by zeolites often comes a common relief to this problem. Many countries started phasing or banning out the phosphates in their washing procedure. In 2004, in Europe, the Union produced a regulation to require biodegradability in all detergents and intend to ban phosphates in domestic products from the year 2013. Shankar College of the Engineering and Design indicating that the liquid detergents are much more eco-friendly than the powder detergent. The Israel Ministry of the Environment began to recommend to the consumer to prefer the liquid detergent over the powder for the laundry which is not heavily stained. To summarize this module, laundry agents like water, soap, detergent, bleaches, stiffness and softness have to be used in a correct direction so that the fabric is not affected. According to the type of the stain, various type of stain removals have to be used. This is an exhaustive required a specialized skilled person. A trial and error method does not work here, and there should not be any shortcuts for the removal of the stain. When the stain removers are being applied on the fabric, different precautions have to be taken by the laundry personnel so that the occupational hazards and environmental friendly can be achieved. Thank you.